Right now at 10, the La Crosse man accused of killing his wife was in court today. And Minnesota officials are meeting with private well owners to discuss nitrate pollution. Plus, Riverfest welcomes this year's Commodore and First Mate.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. A La Crosse man is in custody after his wife was found dead on Monday. 39-year-old Zachary Fritz is charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Fritz's wife was found dead Monday in the town of Shelby with stab wounds and bite marks on her face. Fritz claims she killed herself. This isn't Fritz's first domestic incident. Court records show he was found not guilty by reason of mental defect for a 2009 domestic abuse incident. He was institutionalized for 2 years and granted a conditional relapse plan in April of 2011. Fritz was discharged from that program in 2015 for good behavior. In La Crosse County Court today, Judge Scott Horn ordered a $1 million cash bond.
Yeah, we've had a nice day after a few showers, but we're now tracking alert day conditions for tomorrow afternoon and evening for severe thunderstorms, basically between 2 and 11. Won't be the entire period, but that's the period we're expecting. Large hail damaging winds are the main threat, although you can't rule out of a tornado and some flash flooding potential. But tomorrow morning, no issues yet. We'll see some showers later, closer to noon for La Crosse. Otherwise, quiet morning. The same story for Eau Claire. The showers will approach, maybe a thunderstorm closer to noon. Not expected to be severe at that moment, but we'll see temperatures rise quickly up into near 80 by noon. That'll be the big picture. As one system departs, what we've had today, the other one that's further west, that's one that'll be coming. But for right now, just a few clouds. Otherwise, we had a shower there just north of Eau Claire, but everything else is quiet. Tracking out the night, we're just going to see temperatures fall back into the 50s, pleasant conditions, maybe a little bit of a low clouds out there, but the system that we're watching is going to produce some thunderstorms overnight, and those will be approaching Minneapolis closer to morning. We'll track that and see what that goes on eventually if it does reach us later. So we have a couple rounds of track out later for some severe thunderstorms, and then we got some quiet conditions for maybe Thursday and Friday. So we'll kind of break all that down a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, thank you, Greg. Minnesota's health department is inviting private well owners in southeast Minnesota to attend public meetings over nitrate pollution. According to an MDH release, southeastern Minnesota's karst region is vulnerable to nitrate pollution from agriculture runoff and wastewater. Experts say nitrate pollution can cause serious health effects, especially for babies. MDH will host 3 public meetings this month to educate private well owners about what the state is doing to reduce pollution and to answer any questions. One meeting is June 26th at Rushford Peterson Public School. MDH will put on an open house from 4 to 8 p.m. with a presentation at 6:30. The Rushford meeting will also offer free nitrate screening if you bring in a well water sample. Well, a celebration of life was held in La Crosse today. 94-year-old Carl Friedland of Onalaska, known as the epitome of Gemütlichkeit, has passed away. Friedland was best known as the 1991 Oktoberfest Festmaster and used his musical skills to sing the German national anthem during festivals. He was in multiple music groups and has lived in the La Crosse area since 1965. According to the friends and loved ones, he was known for being active in the church and community.
He became a legend into himself with everything he got himself involved in, whether it was his church or the Oktoberfest or his playing of his music and the different bands that he played in. He was a totally animated, unbelievable individual.
All right, friends also said he will be dearly missed by everyone, but that he left behind history and words to live by. While more people are traveling to the Badger State, last year Wisconsin tourism hit a record high of $25 billion in spending. That's according to a new release from Governor Tony Evers and Tourism Secretary Ann Sayers, who credited the state's water parks, hiking trails, and dairy products for drawing visitors. They said 113 million people visited Wisconsin in 2023, which supported over 175,000 jobs and generated over $1.5 billion in tax revenue. 2023's numbers topped the previous record set in 2022 by over $1.3 billion. Today, Western Technical College is helping middle schoolers explore different health careers. The annual healthcare hullabaloo lets 7th to 9th graders get hands-on experience through different activities. Students learned about things like physical therapy, anatomy, and nuclear medicine. A specialist at the event says even if the kids aren't interested in any of the specific careers, it's still introducing them to the opportunities that are out there.
I think it's really cool is just seeing the students' eyes open up, right? Not only are they able to kind of see what, maybe some of the large medical facilities are, but also what are some options for them if they're not interested in going into a specific medical area, right? So it's really kind of enlightening them of all opportunities for them.
Now, around 30 students attended the program in La Crosse, but there were also 3 other locations in Tomah, Viroqua, and Independence. Students in those locations also had the chance to explore first responder careers. Well, in just a few weeks, the 41st annual Riverfest will kick off in La Crosse, and with a new year of Riverfest comes a new Commodore. Tonight, Mike and Lori Lubinsky has been officially welcomed as the 2024 Riverfest Commodore and first mate at the annual Commodore Dinner. Every year, a group of past Commodores decide who will be next in line to lead the community in its 4th of July celebration. And this year, they settled on the Lubinskys. Mike is an Onalaska High School graduate who is the GM of Cologne Air Services, and Lori currently works as a dental assistant at Gunderson Dental Specialties in La Crosse. Mike said he's excited to host the event with his other half.
Lori and I both have been involved with many events, and this is the first event that we get to do together. Usually growing up with the kids, she went her way, I went my way with my son, and now we get to do an event together. It means the world to us. It means the world to me.
And if the couple wasn't local enough for you, they even got married on the La Crosse Queen. Mike took over the position from Jake Erickson, who was last year's Riverfest Commodore. The 41st annual Riverfest will be held July 3rd to the 6th at La Crosse's Riverside Park. Well, the Blue Angels are back in town, and they took us, me in particular, for a ride. A view of the cockpit when we come back.
I always knew that I wanted to be a mom, and choosing that it was the right time was just a really exciting moment. It turned out that my baby had a diagnosis that would be incompatible with life. It wasn't just that my baby wasn't going to survive, but I was at risk for hemorrhaging when I delivered. I met with my doctor and we went over the risks and benefits. I made a really informed decision, just like you would for any other procedure you're going to have. I'm a nurse, and I'm an example of a woman who had to have a procedure to be able to save my life and to not watch my baby die. And now Donald Trump supports laws that could take that procedure away across this country.
54 years they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it.
Without that procedure, I would not have been able to get pregnant again. But the good news is, a year later, I had my son. If Trump gets elected again, I fear for women.
ABPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Get an 11% rebate on your bathroom project at Menards. Create your dream bathroom with Sterling tubs and showers. They'll fit your style and budget and are easy to clean. Get this ensemble shower for $669.99 after rebate. Complete your bathroom with our entire selection of Dakota vanities. They feature generous interior storage and come in a variety of styles and finishes. Get this sliding barn door vanity for $168.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Well, the Blue Angels arrived in La Crosse today, gearing up for the Deke Slayton Air Fest this weekend. And I had the privilege of flying with them and getting a sneak peek and a new vantage point of La Crosse's beautiful landscape.
5 miles from La Crosse. We do have an F-18 that's going to be flying out of here in just a second.
The Blue Angels are back in La Crosse, prepping for the Deke Slayton Air Fest at the La Crosse Regional Airport June 15th and 16th. An air show like no other, showcasing the elite talent, professionalism, and influence of naval aviation. I got the chance to join them and take flight in a Blue Angel F-18, a jet that can travel as fast as 1,190 miles per hour.
It's a small jet, a lot of power. They say you put it on like a backpack.
Flown by pilots who exercise only the highest degree of agility and precision.
You go on brainstem power. It still requires total focus, but they've practiced it so much since it's just muscle memory.
Now, you don't just get thrown into an opportunity like this and hope for the best. You have to prepare. Myself and CEO of the Boys and Girls Club, Jake Erickson, went through a training with a Blue Angels instructor before our flight. After a quick session on how to maintain consciousness during G-force speeds, we were ready to suit up. Jake was chosen as a key influencer by the Blue Angels for his years of service with the Boys and Girls Club. He went first. Man, that got me excited. Next, it was my turn.
All right, you ready to go, Emily?
Let's go.
There's military power. All right, here we go. Ready, hit it.
My 45-minute flight consisted of aerobatic and combat maneuvers, going left, going right, upside down, as fast as up to G-force 7. That's when Lieutenant O'Donnell would cue me to tighten all of my muscles and take sharp, quick breaths. We had some peaceful moments too, where I got to witness La Crosse's majestic landscape from an entirely new vantage point. When we landed, I was a little dizzy, my legs a tad wobbly, but solid in my gratitude for having the experience of a lifetime.
All right, what was that?
All right, thank you. All right, yay, thank you. Yeah. And those 45 minutes went by so fast. The Deke Slayton Air Fest is this Saturday and Sunday, June 15th and 16th at the La Crosse Regional Airport. Tickets are still available. Well, summer is a great time to get outside. How one school has decided to help their students get closer to nature while promoting a healthy diet when we come back.
And we're tracking those severe thunderstorms potentially in the afternoon, along with maybe some heavy rain that'll go through the evening. We'll time it all out so much we'll get that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Here's to the Farm and Fleet dads, the ones who work hard and get the job done right, the ones who take pride in what they do and take the time to pass it on. This Father's Day, get your dad a gift he'll love, like men's Carhartt Force Gear, 25% off. 80-count Victor Allen's brew cups, just $20.99. $60 off this DeWalt shop stool with casters, $99.99. And save $40 on a DeWalt 6-gallon wet or dry vac, $79.99.
Find value at Glenn's Farm and Fleet.
Every week it costs more to feed my family. Prices are just out of control.
Boy, inflation is really hurting us. It's got to stop.
Career politicians like Biden and Baldwin just don't get it. They're making things harder for folks here in Wisconsin. By stopping the crazy spending that caused inflation and cutting red tape, we can bring prices down. It's time for a change. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. I'll get the job done for Wisconsin families.
Ever have one of those days? Yeah, one of those days. We're here to make your day brighter. Q Ultra's A+ accounts, turning bad days into A+ days. Say hello to convenience and security with online and mobile banking, contactless debit cards, and mobile wallet. Plus, better rates, no minimum balance, and no fees. Make every day an A+ day. Open your account online today or stop by your local Ultra office. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life, one stress-free day at a time.
The biggest steak sale ever is this Thursday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Save big on delicious New York strips, bacon-wrapped sirloin fillets, and mouth-watering ribeyes. This sale is huge, and so is our dad-sized 25-ounce Big T T-bone. For the best steaks around at the best prices around. Don't miss the biggest steak sale ever, Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Back in the Coulee region, nonprofit Grow is planting the seed for its 4th summer of open gardens. For the rest of the summer, Grow will host weekly open gardens at its partner school, Gardens. It's a chance to explore the gardens and connect with nature, aligning with Grow's mission of engaging youth with healthy food and the outdoors through hands-on experiences. The events are free and open to the public. One Grow educator says she always looks forward to seeing kids get excited to learn about the gardens.
It's really fun. I get even more excited sometimes because just seeing their faces and how happy they get when they're out here kind of just puts a smile on my face and kind of reaffirms why I'm out here and why I'm doing this and why I do lessons with them.
Today's open garden at Spence Elementary included a lesson on making pico de gallo. You can find their full schedule on our website, news8000.com. Well, we got potential strong to severe storms coming tomorrow afternoon. Let's send it over to Greg for the latest on that.
Yeah, we definitely got the potential for some stronger series of storms, but there's been changes from what I kind of said at 6 and 5 p.m. of what goes on, and that's probably because it's a fluid situation, and this will continue to change until the thunderstorms actually develop here, and they affect thunderstorms again that develop after it too. So kind of simple, but for really the morning commute's going to be dry and quiet. Not expecting any like that. Showers could approach by noon, maybe some thunderstorms depending on how far it pushes east into our area. We're still kind of concerned once again between about 2 and 5. Looks like one threat, maybe another threat coming later in the evening with another line, and this once again is a fluid situation, so it definitely could change, but the potential is there. As I spoke, nothing really going on tonight. We'll just see really pleasant conditions, maybe a few low clouds out there, temperatures falling back into the 50s. The thunderstorms will develop. There's a complex that will develop out to the west. That'll begin to approach the area, maybe some morning convection out to the west of Minneapolis. That's going to play a role in how it goes in the afternoon. But by 8 a.m., 9 a.m., you see some of it approach. Maybe by 10, 11, you might see some sprinkles over Eau Claire. We'll see if this holds together. Then as we get closer to noon, we're going to see one line of developing up here and then another line developing down south. And as this line continues to push southeast, we'll see if this holds together. They kind of redevelop here about 2 to 3, right along basically I-90 as this boundary sets up right across here south of Eau Claire. As we go in the afternoon, then this line begins to sink south and it kind of falls apart right now. It's been about a little bit of a change just because of the convection going on earlier in the day. We don't see quite as much development towards the afternoon because we've kind of limited in daytime heating. So still through the evening commute, you see it kind of clears up a little bit. So that break could be between about 6 to 8 where we don't see much in the way of activity, because here's another round that develops in the afternoon across Minnesota. That's associated more with the front. That complex then could start surging southeastward after 8. That'll see if it holds together. That would be more of a wind threat as it dives south towards basically La Crosse around 10 and then continues to progress southeastward. So that's been changing. So that'll probably change again by tomorrow morning. But the potential threat is there for any of these storms that do form in this area to be strong to severe. High winds still is probably the primary threat. Maybe initial hail, but I think it'll start coming together with several lines and start surging southeastward. So 2 periods to kind of watch for, but there will be some breaks, and it really, once again, could change. As we get into Thursday, the front kind of slides southeastward. So in the morning, we might see a few showers redeveloping right along that boundary. Probably not going to be expected to be severe, and it'll be isolated to scattered coverage as it comes through. So most of the day, Thursday should be dry, but we do have that threat there. Once we get towards the evening, northwest winds. Thursday overall looks quiet, at least in the afternoon time frame. And going into Friday, that also looks quiet too for Flag Day, kind of between the systems as we go into it. But for tonight, we're going to remain dry and pretty much quiet. Temperatures getting back in the 50s, maybe a little spot low clouds out there, but quiet morning commute, and then the showers come in towards the noon, maybe some thunderstorms towards the noon, and then several lines potentially in the afternoon through the evening, but we could get up to the mid to upper 80s Thursday, a few showers, potentially maybe a storm Thursday, quiet Friday, and then it gets more active for Saturday and Sunday, especially Saturday night and Sunday. And I know everyone's concerned about the air show and Father's Day going on, so we'll have to time that out as we get closer. But it definitely looks warm and humid with some thunderstorm potential.
Okay, and get those umbrellas ready for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
All right. Coming up in sports, action from Appleton. The Aquinas Blue Golds were looking to advance to their second straight state title game. That and more after the break.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Don't believe Tammy Baldwin's TV ads. Believe her record. Baldwin voted against $800 million for narcotic detection at our border. She voted against more Border Patrol agents, against tougher sentences for drug traffickers here illegally. No wonder overdose deaths have skyrocketed on Baldwin's watch, with cartel activity right here in Wisconsin. Two-faced Tammy, a hypocrite we can't trust. Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain, and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. I'm Kate Overton. What a day for a couple of our high school baseball teams. Oliva Strom and Aquinas both in action for the state semifinals. Our own Rob Schiff had a front row seat to the action. He's got the breakdown.
Just 2 wins separate these teams from a state championship. I'll get to Aquinas in just a bit, but this morning was all about the boys from Oliva Strom. Cardinals competing in their first ever state tournament in school history. They got the #1 seed in Division 4, and they were looking to punch their ticket to the state final on Thursday. But before that, some work to do in the state semifinals. A battle of the Cardinals in this one. Oliva Strom taking on the Cardinals from Pacelli, and the visiting Birds striking first. Top 1-2 on for Lucas Hammerly, and the junior splits the gap in left center. That's going to plate 2 runs just like that. Pacelli goes in front, 2-0. Cardinals looking for an answer, but Pacelli flashing the leather as well. Peyton Fleece laying out in center field to make a nice grab. Still 2-0 at this point. But here comes Oliva Strom in the 4th. Calvin Barneson belts a base hit to left field. Carter Gunderson races home from second. Cardinals cut the deficit in half. It's 2-1. Then in the bottom of the 6th, Oliva Strom looking for a 2-out rally. Tyler Webb gets it started. He finds the gap in left center. Stand-up double for Webb. Then 2 batters later, it's Gunderson at the plate, and the senior steps up big. Gunderson gets a hold of one high and deep to left. That's going to get down for extra bases. 1 run's in. Here comes Jake Bierke with the go-ahead run. Oliva Strom goes in front, and the Cardinals close it out in the 7th. A dramatic come-from-behind win for the top seed in D4. Oliva Strom takes it 3-2, and the Cardinals are just 1 win away from a state title.
came back up and in fastball, and honestly, normally I don't swing at that pitch, but I mean, I was on cloud 9, everything, adrenaline was just kicking, and I saw that pitch and just immediately knew I wasn't going to miss it.
Guys are here for one thing. They want the gold one. I mean, they said it before, you know, we didn't come down here for a silver at all. Obviously, everybody wants it, but, you know, no one's going to give it up, right? So we got to go take it.
Let's go to D3. Blue Golds back in the state tournament for the second straight season. They were clashing with Cumberland in the semifinals. Aquinas going right to work. Already 2-0 in the second. Here comes another thanks to Kyle White. He lines one to left. Johnny Dietz scores to make it 3-0. And Aiden David just dominant on the hill. Gets some help here from Dietz at third. Nice pick by the freshman. Blue Golds in control. And the offense not letting up. Bottom 4, Eddie Peters providing the power. Almost hits this one out, but it's off the wall. And it's going to score 2. Blue Golds balloon their lead to 6. And then in the 5th, it's David doing it all. The sophomore sends Aquinas back to the state title game. Base hit up the middle. Blue Golds win it 10-0 in 5 innings. And check out this stat line from David. 4 for 4 at the plate, 4 RBIs, including the game winner, and a no-hitter on the mound to top it all off.
Guys really like, no hitter. I had no idea whatsoever. I looked at the board and I was like, oh shoot. So it was a really good feeling.
The comeback Cardinals and the back-to-back Blue Golds as Aquinas advances to its second straight state title game. That's going to do it from Appleton. Kate, let's go back to you.
Thanks, Rob. Both those championship games will be on Thursday, and tomorrow morning, the La Crosse Logan Rangers take the stage for their semifinal game. The Rangers, they put together quite the postseason run, winning 5 straight games against some really good teams, and now they're back at the state tournament for the first time since 2007. Now they're going up against a really good Mosinee squad that's lost just 5 games on the season, so we'll see if they've got some more magic in them. This one will be the second game of the morning, should start sometime around 11:30. Northwoods League, Loggers on the road up in Duluth, where they fall for the 3rd straight game, this time 8-4 against the Huskies. That brings their season record to 8-7 on the year. Loggers on the road all week. They'll be back at home June 20th. Tough one for Milwaukee as they drop their game today 3-0 to the Blue Jays. One more game against them before they host the Reds over the weekend. And again, Logan tomorrow, 11:30. Rob will be back in Appleton for that, and then Championship Thursday. We'll have all of that coverage. Stay with us. More news after the break.
Dear unbreakable spirit, you roam on paths called impossible. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Every day, we get to know more about California multimillionaire Eric Hovde, a CEO whose bank makes millions at our seniors' expense. Hovde's bank even owns a nursing home being sued for elder abuse and wrongful death. No wonder Hovde said most seniors shouldn't vote. Listen.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Eric Hovde, a California CEO we can't trust to look out for our families. Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
At River Valley Remodelers, we know that the bathroom is the most personal space in your house. That's why we don't come in with preconceived ideas or cookie-cutter installs. We'll sit down and talk with you about your needs and dreams. Whether it's a tub or shower or an entire bathroom design, we'll take the time to talk with you and get things just the way you want it. For a limited time, get a free shower door or a color upgrade with your shower purchase. So let's talk about the most personal room in your house. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
I'm 82.
86. 90 years young. Eric Hovde thinks people like us shouldn't be able to vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Son, I've served this country. I think I can handle a ballot.
What a jerk.
Eric Hovde, I'm fully aware of whom I'm voting for, and it won't be you.
Dear sharp curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. 'Cause man, we got traction.
Right now, lease a fun-to-drive new Corolla for $219 a month. Toyota. Let's go places.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
An Iowa woman nearly sold a priceless baseball bat that belonged to the legendary Jackie Robinson, the first black player in Major League Baseball. Through an interesting turn of events, the bat will now be profiled and appraised on the hit show Antiques Roadshow. Ethan Humble reports.
It is just surreal.
KCCI first told you about Sue McEntee more than a decade ago, after she tried to sell what she thought was an average wooden baseball bat at her garage sale.
Our boys were all out of high school, so we thought good time to get rid of all their sports stuff.
Sue was listing the bat for just a single $1 when a man came up and asked her for a pencil.
And he rubbed the pencil right here, and all of a sudden the word Jackie Robinson appeared.
From the Robinson-style print on the bat's barrel and the larger knob at the end, he knew.
He's like, you need to put this in the house and hide it somewhere because you have a gem.
And that gem made its way to Sue's home through a special connection she has with Robinson.
My uncle played baseball with him in the late 40s for the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Joe Hatton pitched in the majors for 7 seasons and spent over 5 on the team with Jackie. But they weren't just teammates.
If there were times that somebody was asked to room with Jackie, Uncle Joe was the one who would do that. And he did so without any second thought.
Now, years later, McEntee brought the bat to Antiques Roadshow at Living History Farms in Urbandale. And after telling one of the show's appraisers about the bat, they made their decision.
We talked to a couple other appraisers. That went on for about 45 minutes, and then they chose us to be taped for the show.
She learned in its current condition, the bat is worth between $15,000 and $20,000, and possibly 5 times that amount if she cleaned it up. But Sue says she has no plans on selling the bat, rather keeping it for future generations to enjoy.
You know, I think of all my cousins who will enjoy hearing the story and understanding that a piece of our family continues to be a part of history.
McEntee said she was told the episode featuring her and the bat could first air in January. Greg will have one final look at your forecast when we come back.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale is going on now. Don't miss these furniture hot buys, now only $7.99. Plus pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase in-store only. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped, desperately trying to hold on to power. Now he's running again, this time threatening to be a dictator, to terminate the Constitution.
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump wants revenge, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
At Taco John's, we've got beef with other places that start with frozen beef. That's why we start with only 100% American never frozen beef, simmered in our signature spice blend. Say no to thaw and yes to 100% American beef at Taco John's.
Wondering what makes Wisconsin Dells the perfect summer getaway? Let's find out. Let's splash. Let's play. Let's have some together time. Let's make this the best vacation ever. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
Forget about scraping and painting, fretting and fixing, and enjoy the beauty and low maintenance of new siding, soffit, fascia, and gutters for your home. Seamless steel siding and vinyl siding in many colors. Enjoy outdoor living with a new deck and railing, with a pergola or patio cover for protection from rain or snow, or get protection from bugs and bad weather with a 3-season porch. Serving your neighbors for over 30 years, superior products, superior installation at prices lower than most others. Invest wisely. The Board Store Home Improvements prompt free estimates.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
All right, we have the alert day conditions for severe or strong storms in the afternoon from 2 to 11. Won't be the entire period, and a fluid situation, so that should something to keep in mind when you wake up to look at your app on your phone and see the update, because that will change in this situation. Once we get past the thunderstorms Wednesday night, Thursday is quiet for the most part. Friday is absolutely beautiful, yeah, 81 and less humidity, but then there's a lot of questions going on Saturday and Sunday for humidity. Definitely is going to go up, temps will go up. Thunderstorms definitely are a possibility.
Looks like we might be sweating early next week too,
yes,
starting Sunday.
summer pattern.
Bring on the heat. All right, thank you for joining us. See you tomorrow.